This week I'm working on getting all the trim put on my 24-foot center console, as well as using epoxy fairing compound that I got from Jamestown Distributors to fill any little imperfections on the boat. Right now doing a bunch of work on the center console, creating the radiuses, smoothing out any pinholes, filling in any low spots, and then I've been putting in all the trim pieces. They're actually made out of a PVC material, so impervious to water, no wood there, and epoxying those into place with brad nails, and then we'll fill up all those little holes with paint and fairing compound. Trim came out really nice, really happy with it. And then up in the bow, you can actually see the first set of mahogany hatch covers that I've made. And these I'll be epoxying and varnishing as well to get that really nice shine that I did with the thistle. And then I'm thinking I'm going to be using piano hinges on the front of these, and they'll be flush mount with a little foam gasket inside. But the lines of the boat have come out really nice. The opening in the console will also get one of these mahogany hatch covers as well. And then I'm going to be doing either teak or mahogany steps or some strips in a couple key places. Probably one right here, one in the middle of the gunwale, and one in the stern. And those will actually be where you step onto the boat to get in. And then this is just primer you see down here right now. I still need to rough up these trim pieces. You can see fairing compound on the joints there so that those won't be visible. And I still need to rough up these because they come quite shiny, so I'll rough them up, prime them, and then when I'm done with that, figure out what color paint I want to do. Something else that I'm most likely going to be doing is there's about a 2-inch gap between the two pieces of trim, and I think I'm going to do a strip of mahogany that I'll scarf so it looks like one continuous piece, and then run that in the middle, and also the same type of deal, going to epoxy and varnish that as well. So it's all coming out really nice. Had to use lots of clamps and brad nails to get these into place. You can see how clean it looks up in the bow as well. And then, as mentioned before, working on the center console right now, rounding off all these edges. On this side, the pods, I'm going to be cutting in holes for fishing rod holders, either 2 or 3, haven't decided yet. And then I got the steering put in. I believe it's the SeaTech Extreme one I got. Bought it off Amazon. Ended up getting a lot more than I needed as far as the thickness of the cable, but it routed great. Went through the floor. You see those 2 holes that'll eventually have covers on them. And it went inside the starboard side, and then comes out the back. If that can be seen or not, but you can see it comes out the back, and that's where I'm going to have the outboard pod. So I have the 3 hatches in the rear or in the stern, going to make mahogany covers for those, and then I'll have some strips of either teak or mahogany that I'll be using that people can actually step on when they get into the boat. And then hopefully in the next couple days I'll get the center console wrapped up, decide what I want to do. I might even add some additional trim pieces of mahogany on there too. Maybe something on the very top of the console. Pardon my thistle mass there. You have to keep the keys and stuff to stay on. And then I might even do a visor right there out of mahogany. But I'll get to that step when I come to it. As mentioned before, fairing anything that has little gaps needs to be smoothed out for future primer. So the boat is coming along. The plan right now is to have it in the water in June, which will make 4 years since I started on this project.